I always lived out in the county way back then. I didn't get to come to town often, so it was always an exciting place for me. The streets were always busy. That's where all the activity took place. If you wanted to see somebody, you came downtown.
The city has realized the value of downtown living, and it transforms the downtown. We have completed 21 projects in downtowns in 5 different communities. My first project was in Sylvester. It was in 1997. We purchased an old hotel and we converted the upstairs into loft apartments and 8 commercial spaces on the first floor.
The design part of the living space is my side. He always told me, if you can dream it up and figure it out, I can build it. So we've worked together.
There's a real value to people living downtown. They provide security for the downtown. They add value to the buildings. When you see lights on upstairs, that adds desirability to your downtown. It makes people want to be there. And businesses want to go where the people are. It transforms the downtown. There's a lot of people that would rather live downtown than anywhere else. And they just love the atmosphere, the history of the building. And the more history in that building, the more people connect to the building. The city is trying to keep our core together, and it is working. Anybody can build a box and paint it white. The historic buildings have a lot more character. And if you take away the character, you just got a building.
It's all about the residents. It's all about the businesses. We got people working, we got cash registers humming, we got growth. Union City has the most undeveloped land opportunity anywhere in the world, this close to a busy airport, right here in South Fulton. This is where the future of Metro Atlanta will be. This is where the development will take place. So you've got to make yourself available. It's all about collaboration, but also it's all about not being rigid, if you will. Government has always had this moniker that they are rigid, they are red tapers, and they want to say no. But Union City, we want to say yes. What we do here in Union City is create tools that will attract businesses, such as tax allocation districts, a fast, friendly environment for them to come in and take care of their permitting, so they can get busy in building these structures and these businesses that will hire individuals in your local area. I can tell you the value of having diversity, if you will, of industries such as Georgia film industry. We know what it has done for our GDP. We get a chance to play a role in that by having the Atlanta Metro Studios right here in our city. It has awakened a lot of businesses that were really on the verge of probably shutting their doors. And now we have other support businesses that have located here in Union City to be able to support that industry. It has been a job creator. The film industry has created billions of dollars to our local economy, but we're excited about where we're going with all of this. When you talk about billions of dollars with a B, you know, that's major. But also when you start talking about the e-commerce and also the fulfillment centers, your Amazons, your Walmart e-commerce, your ASOS, these facilities have come into our communities bringing with them 1,500 and 2,000 jobs at one time. So when you look at that, that's an amazing feat. And you have to take the opportunity when it's right at your door. Because if you don't, it's probably going to go somewhere else.
The relationship between Cayman and RINS is extremely strong and has been for decades. Cayman mines a white mineral, kaolinite or kaolin. We ship to 6 continents and 59 different countries. We employ 160 or so employees within Cayman, but we also employ a lot of contractors. We employ a broad range of employment categories. Everything from exploration such as drilling prior to mining, truck drivers, equipment operators, supervisors, safety personnel, bagging and shipping. We have a lot of people that moved up through production, learned the ropes, learned Cayman, and became lab technicians, management staff. We have families where the grandfather worked at Cayman, the son or daughter, down to the grandson or granddaughter. RINS provides us with our natural gas. We're certainly a very large part of the tax base for RINS. So this is a continuous relationship, and it's beneficial for both RINS and for Cayman. We have outreach programs, and we reach out to the community to support them tremendously. When I began work with Cayman, a teacher reached out to me from RINS Middle asking for a geologist to come and talk to the kids about rocks and minerals, and that has become a recurring annual event. I look forward to going into the schools and talking to the kids about mining, the impact of an operation like Cayman on their lives and on the economy. Another associate and I have supported a robotics team through Junior Beta Club. When we started robotics, it was brand new. They really didn't know what was expected. We didn't know what was expected. But 2 years ago, we went to nationals and won first place at nationals. What we're attempting to do is not only show a face of Cayman within the community, but also getting excitement about coming back sometime in the future and hopefully working within Cayman.
I started in Brazelton a little over 21 years ago. It was a very small town, less than 600 residents. Today, we estimate our population at about 12,000. I think in some ways having a lot of new people is an advantage. We had years and years where all of Brazelton was thriving except for our downtown. The buildings were empty, nothing was moving in, no one was interested in moving in, and honestly, no one came to our downtown unless they were trying to do business at the post office or one of our town buildings. However, the mayor and the council did recognize that the growth was coming out of Atlanta and moving up the interstate. So we actually hired someone to do a marketing study for downtown and actually town-wide, so we did 2. The town owns quite a few rental properties in downtown, and what we wanted to see was what businesses the marketing study showed would be successful in downtown, what businesses we should avoid, and we used that data when we were evaluating potential tenants to set the rate structure for their rent. We set specific architectural controls for our downtown that are based on our historic buildings. We're on National Register. And when we built new buildings, we actually used those same architectural standards to show people that it could be done, that you could use those standards and build a building that was beautiful and functional. Secondly, when we renovated the historic buildings, we used state historic preservation standards when we renovated those. But we had a new owner of our historic cotton gin who had been talking to me about how he could finance restoring that building. While he was working through with architects and contractors, we had a gentleman who came in who said that building was perfect for a brew pub. So the two of them worked together, and it's a great addition for our downtown. I don't think there's any way that a town can grow and change and meet the needs of their citizens without asking them what they want. Whether they've lived here their entire life or they just moved here last week. They came from somewhere else and they deliberately chose Brazelton because they liked things that were going on here. So they're very supportive of new change and new ideas, and we use that input to try and mold the town in the future so that they'll value us as much as we value them.